Hello again, I am Jim Bob, welcome back to Big Bud Farm. And as you can see, I've been doing a little bit of logging. I've also had time moving along at a little bit faster than normal, at 15 times, just to get our crops to grow, ready to be harvested. And they are in their final growth stage right now. So let's back this up, see how much money we make. It's not too bad. I was hoping for a little bit more than that, but these are small trees, so they're not that thick, they're not that long. Yeah, they're not making amazing money, but it's a decent little bit of extra money. It's a decent income. So let's see. We're in the final stage there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to speed time up a lot faster, and we'll be ready to start our harvest. So I will join you back here in just a second. So here we are then, we're back at the farm, moving our truck over. The sun is starting to set. It is approaching 6:30 in the evening here. But our fields are ready, so we are going to start harvesting. Oh, excuse me. We're going to start harvesting right now, and we'll work through into the night to get our crops done. Let's just take a quick look at the store prices. So at the moment we have a 949 for soybeans, which is not great at all. That's going down, but we do have small farm which is going up. So maybe by the time we're finished and then move forward to the next morning, then we'll have a pretty good price to sell. We'll see what happens. So truck is there. Let's turn him off. Now we need to get our harvester going. There we go. I have absolutely no idea whether or not I'm going to be able to get a full pass. So what I'm going to do is start him on the opposite side of the field, so that if he does run out halfway down, I can unload without running into my crops. Because, as always, I do play with crop destruction. So, there we go, he's lined up. Let's open up. And hire a worker, and off he goes. So, which of the two buds has got the least hours? Well, they're actually pretty even, so we'll take the second one. We'll take big bud number 2. Let's go get our auger wagon. There we go. Oh, I got caught on the building. That's a bit clumsy. This might be tricky. Let's try and pull out like that. Oh dear, we are making a huge mess of this. Alright, let's disconnect. Let's attack from a different angle. There we go. Now, should hopefully be able to just pull pretty much straight out. There we go. Alright, we're done. Took us a moment, we got there. So I need to set my cruise control to 6. So I can match the speed of the combine. There we go. Now where is he? It's part way down the field. About a third of the way down. Oh, this tractor just feels so slow. I've been driving faster tractors. Been recording some episodes of Fent Farm and using tractors that can go, a fair bit faster than this, so it just feels slow now. Let's take the cover off as well. Zoom out a bit. There we go. We want to get alongside the combine and see how much we end up with in the back of our auger by the time we get to the bottom of the field. And this will let me know whether or not I have to turn the harvester around as we make it down the other end of the field. So I quickly need to check. He's at just about 30, is that 35%? Yeah, just ticked over the 35%. What is the grain tank size on this combine? 10,000, 10 and a half. Okay, so we've got plenty of space. And where are we on the field? More than halfway down. Oh, that's fine. So, yeah, he'll... Oh, just cancelled the worker. Let's get him restarted. What we'll do is we'll run down alongside him on this pass, and then we'll let him come back up. And then we'll unload down there with him again. There we go. So let's hope we don't drift too close to the combine. We're looking pretty good so far. That would be such a great shot if it wasn't for the fact that I was driving through trees and bushes. We'll get him in another pass. We'll get a nice screenshot of that, I think. We are actually drifting a little bit too far away. Let's edge back in a bit. Don't want to get too close. Otherwise, I'm going to stop the harvester. There we go, just like that. That's what I was trying to avoid doing. Needs to be just a little bit of a gap. But how much do we get at the bottom of the field? 6,000. I'm blocking him. Yeah, this is a little bit, potentially a little bit wide for this combine. And I can't fit a wider header because then I won't be able to unload. So we're kind of stuck with this combine as is until we can afford to replace it. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do that with the money we get for selling, these soybeans. But I won't be rushed in sending them to the market. If necessary, we will hold on to them for a little while. There's no point selling at an unfavourable price, especially when we need the money. So I'm going to go ahead and carry on doing some harvesting, and we will rejoin in just a moment. So we're making some decent time here. Getting a decent return from the field. I was hoping we'd maybe get a bit more than this, but it's not too bad. We still have a second field to go, and as you can see, we're only a portion of the way through this field. We've still got several passes left yet. We're about, I don't know, maybe a third of the way through the field. So definitely a good amount of soybeans on this field. Obviously the return of other crops will be higher, but they will be at a lower value, so it'll kind of cancel itself out. But I'm going to carry on harvesting, and I'll see you in just a moment. You know, as I drive back up the field here, I can't help but think that I'm starting to prefer the Avalanche with those larger wheels rather than the track tyres. It just matches the 450 pretty much perfectly. The wheels look to be about the same size and shape, same rim design. I think I'm actually starting to prefer it with the wheels rather than the tracks, and I never thought I would say that, having fallen in love with the track design almost immediately. But yeah, I'm really starting to fall for the wheeled look. So I think this might become my new default look for the Avalanche Seeder. Oh, sorry, the Avalanche Auger. So there's our first load going into the trailer. I don't think I managed to get any other one. Looks pretty clear. That's good. So we've got a really nice close-up here of the grain being unloaded into the auger wagon. See it pouring out of the pipe there. We're making pretty good time, as you can see. We're closing in on the hour mark for harvesting this field, and I reckon we should get just around about 100,000 or so off this field in total. Maybe a little bit less, but looking pretty good. So I'm going to carry on harvesting, and I'll catch you back very shortly. So as our harvester continues to plod along, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. You may notice a change in the visual quality over the next couple of episodes. I'm going to be playing about with the graphical settings. Now that I have a Pro, I can actually be a little bit more creative with the way that the video appears. I have different settings that I can play with. I'm currently recording with 1080p enhanced, which is a slightly boosted version of regular PS4 sort of processing power. Should encourage a slightly more stable frame rate and maybe just tweak the graphics ever so slightly. Above that, I also have the 3K settings, which is around 1440p. That should give me the best frame rate. And beyond that is the 4K settings. Now, while I won't necessarily see the differences myself when playing with those different settings, it may well translate across into the videos. Now, I did notice that I recorded the first two episodes, or the first two episodes in a while of Fent Farm yesterday using these new settings, and it made the file size a fair bit bigger. So 1080p enhanced may well be my default setting. I'm not entirely sure going forward, just so that I don't end up with these absolutely huge files that will take me an eternity to upload. We'll see. We'll experiment over the next couple of episodes with different settings and see how they affect both the performance of the game when I'm reviewing my editing, see if they actually make a difference to me in Share Factory, and also depending on the overall file size as well. Well, that is the hour mark. We have now been harvesting this field for a total of an hour, and as you can see, we've done a fair bit. We get a sort of an outside view. You can see we've done over 2/3 of the field. Now we have 53,000 litres in our truck at the back there. We have another 27,500 in here or so, so we're talking, quick bit of mental maths, 80,000 litres, and we still, as you can see, have 2.5 passes or so of the field left to do. So yeah, I think we're on course for about 100,000 litres off this field. Looking good so far. Combine looks absolutely lovely against the sunset like that, with the lights on as well. I do think we might have to do a little bit more nighttime farming. We do get some really, really nice visuals. I mean, look how striking that scene is there. Absolutely beautiful. And in contrast to that, there we have the darker skies, looking at it from the opposite side, and you can see the side of the harvester just lit up there by the sunset. Really, really pretty. So our combine is starting the final pass now on field 3. I've already moved the truck down, as you can see. So we can follow this all the way to the end and then just transfer the equipment straight over to field 5 and carry on harvesting. So I will catch you in just a moment. So as we come to the end of the field, let's see, how much do we get? There we go. So 43,000 and change in the tank. We already have 53 in our trailer, so 96,000. That's pretty good. I'm more than happy with that. So let's get unloaded and get set up again here down on field 5. I'll catch you shortly. So we've just passed an hour and a half, or 90 minutes of harvesting in total so far across our 2 fields. And we haven't got much more of this one to do. We've already done more than half the field. We're almost 2/3 of the way through it now. And we have, what, 20,000 on board so far. A little bit left in the harvester still. 21,000. And we've done about 2/3 of the field. So that looks like we're going to be getting around about 34,000 off this field. So when you stick that with the 96 that we have, we're looking at around about 120, 130,000. That's a pretty good haul, 130,000 of soybeans. I'm very happy with that. So I will come back to you when we finish the field off. So we are all but finished here on field 5, just unloading the auger here. There is the combine just finishing off as well. So we'll tip in the remaining grain that we have. There we go. And get our final tally. $131,605 litres of soybeans. That's really nice. So, if we look at the store, we can see that the Valley Grains has now fallen out of the green. We're into $8.99 and still falling. Small Farm's gone up to $8.02, so it's going to be a little while before that bumps all the way up to the top and gives us a better price. So we'll store the grain overnight, and then we'll look at maybe selling it in the morning. In the meantime, we have a large field of canola here. that is ready to harvest. And it's going to offer me, quite a fair bit of money. So let's see if I can find one with a 45-foot header. That's 35 foot. Don't want to be taking that one on. That's 40 foot. Ah, come on, give me a 45-foot header. No, it's too small. There we go. So 821 minutes required. So if we chop that almost in half, we're talking probably, 450 minutes, maybe 500 minutes required to do this farm, this field. So we're talking about 8 hours of harvesting, 8 hours of non-stop harvesting. And he'll offer us $262,000 plus a bit of change. And on top of that, we'll get a time bonus as well. So I'm going to do this off camera. You won't see any of this footage, except maybe me sort of being a bit triumphant and metaphorically punching the air when I finish it at the start of the next episode. But yeah, I'm going to do this job off camera. That'll give us a huge injection of cash, which we're going to need because I want one of those harvesters for my farm. So thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you back on Big Bud Farm very soon.